The muscle up can be broken down into 3 phases. A pulling phase, which involves a chin up or pull up, a transition phase where you move from the top of a pull up to the bottom of a dip, and a pushing phase where you straighten the arms to complete the movement. If you can do dips and chest-to-ring chin-ups, you just need to become proficient with the transition to unlock the skill. In this video, I'll be covering muscle up technique and teaching some drills to help with the transition. To do the rings muscle up, you should use a false grip. This means using an overgrip, putting as much of your hand over the ring as possible. The reason for this is that it puts the hands in the correct position to support yourself as you transition to the dip. Without it, you'd be supporting yourself under the knuckles, which is a weak and compromising position for the wrists. To get a feel for this grip, put as much of your hand over the ring as you can with your thumb wrapped around it. The ring should make contact with the wrist on the little finger side of the forearm. Initially, it's normal for the false grip to feel uncomfortable. With training, this will become easier and feel more natural. If you struggle with the false grip, you can watch my video on this topic in the Lessons tab. As the transition is the hardest portion of the muscle up, the shorter you can make this phase, the easier the skill will be. The higher you can get in your chin up and the lower you can get in your dip, the less distance you'll have to travel through the transition. Exercises such as pause chin-ups and dips can help improve these areas. It also helps to be aware that the body changes angle during the transition. The torso will be leaning back at the top of the pull-up and shift to leaning forward as you move to the dip. The hips will naturally flex as you do this. Keeping with the legs can help unlock the movement, but this should be kept to a minimum. When you've truly mastered the skill, the legs won't help at all. On rings, you're strongest with the arms close to your body. To help demonstrate this, you can try holding a support position with your hands by your sides, compared with letting them drift out. As the arms track away, the hold becomes progressively more challenging. This also applies to the muscle up. The closer you can keep your arms to your sides, the easier the movement will be. A transition cue that many find helpful is to try to trace the bottom of your pecs with the arms hugged to your sides. Common mistakes include transitioning with one arm at a time or letting the arms track away from the body. Now that technique's been covered, the following drills can help you unlock the transition. By using a band, you can practice the transition phase with scalable assistance. Place the band behind your back and anchor it under each hand. Then lift to the bottom of a dip and sit into the band. From here, maintain a false grip as you lower to the chin up, then reverse the motion to practice the transition. If you don't have a band, you can practice this with help from your feet. Set the rings so your feet can just touch the ground at the bottom of the dip. Then practice the transition, trying to be as light through the feet as possible. To scale the difficulty, you can adjust the height of the rings. Setting them lower will make this easier, and setting them higher will increase the challenge. Finally, before you can do the muscle up, you can practice the transition phase in reverse with negatives. Lower to the bottom of a dip and maintain a false grip as you transition to the top of a chin up. Try to move at a slow and even pace and make the transition last at least 3 seconds. If this is too challenging, you can do negatives with band assistance to reduce the difficulty. With all of these drills, remember to maintain a false grip and keep the arms close to your sides. To secure the rings on the big bar, loop each strap around the bar one extra time. This way, the straps will hug the bar under your body weight and stop them from sliding. To prevent abrasions on the forearms, you can wear elbow sleeves or a long sleeve top. If you're after comprehensive muscle up routines, check out my related programs in the Base Blocks app.